What's up, guys? Stay shot. Here today with a video. I'm messing with some fingernail clippers. I mean toenail clippers, and I don't know why. But let's get started. We're gonna be roasting the Flat Earth Society because nothing they fucking say makes one drop of sense. Let me just say that.
Let's go.
You just read the words of a bunch of guys that you never met, and you just take it on faith that everything they wrote was true.
And what makes you think what your scientists are writing is any more truer than my saints?
Because there are volumes of proven data.
Numbers,
Figures.
have you poured through the data yourself? The numbers, the figures?
Well, no.
Oh, interesting. So let me get this straight, Mr. Reynolds. You get your information from a book written by men you've never met, and you take their words as truth based on a willingness to believe.
You get all the information you get from people online that you've never met, and then you believe them, and then you go and make your own video about the Flat Earth Society. So what the fuck's the difference?
I was gonna say that too.
A desire to accept a leap of, dare I say it, faith?
Come on. Look, I mean, I don't even know how I'm supposed to respond to that.
That's not what it's saying.
I know, I'm just gonna get that out of the way.
I rest my case.
I don't have faith in church.
Always question the scientists and their foundations.
But they've proven.
Quantum physics is not making a lot of sense.
How does it not make sense? What doesn't make sense to your feeble mind? Yeah, these are big words.
Only use the right.
Is everything made of? Oops, there's about 95% stuff we don't know.
Philosophically speaking, it's very uncomfortable. Because if the Earth is in the center of the universe, that means it's somewhat put.
Okay, that one makes no sense.
I
How
don't
does
think
the
there's.
like no, everything exploded. That is a theory. It's not proven, but it is very likely to be true. We can't prove it. There's no way to. But still,
You alive then? Can you prove your point?
can you prove that the Earth is in the center of the Earth? I mean, the universe.
Also, if all other planets are spheres, why are we the only planet that's flat? Where's this ice wall? Why is there no pictures of it? Why is there no proof of this ice wall? And how the fuck do we have waves if it's sunny out? Because if the moon would technically be under us, because if we're the center, they'd be rotating around us, and the moon creates the waves.
How is there waves at all? Why are there bigger waves towards the equator than there is up north more or south more? Either way, really. There's bigger waves because the sun, it's bigger, that part.
It's fucking stupid. It's play.
I think I just said something.
Tell space how to curve. Space tell. Did I get that right?
I stutter.
The science community is ignoring a lot of the things that we're looking at them. So normal people are going out and doing experiments. And one of the
Well, your
experiments is
experience
stand
in
up
experiments make no fucking sense. Go up 70,000 feet in a fucking plane and then say, look, it's all flat. No, until you hit out of the atmosphere and literally out into space, you're gonna see flat everywhere.
Because of the immensity of it.
Because our eyes also cannot see, and like, Earth is so fucking big.
Earth is massive. That's like a big point.
That's why we have to be so far away from the moon. So far, for like where we are to, like now. Because of how far away it is, we can see the sphere. Like, that's why we can see it from here. But if we're like 70,000 feet away, the moon will look fucking flat. So no matter how, unless you're an astronaut, you're not gonna fucking be able to prove anything. I'm just saying that now.
Like, if you go up in a hot air balloon, you're not going that high, truly. If you just go up a mile, that's nothing. Your like vision and stuff, that would be a mile up, and you can see 10 miles normally from the ground. So that means if you did
100 miles.
The square, you'd barely be able to see any more distance. You can't see much further, and plus the massivity of it, it barely rotates. Like, it's a massive sphere that goes around like this. And if you're a small, tiny speck on the Earth, and you go up, it's still massive. You can't see you can't see it going down because it's too big. Because it's not going down yet.
Now all the people are also saying, how's the water staying on the Earth if it's a sphere? Gravity. Learn it.
How are there waves if it's flat?
If the Earth is flat, we'd have no gravity.
If the Earth was flat, we'd have no waves.
Yeah, that's also.
amazing fact that we've not been told and it
Probably gonna
destroys
split
the
this
whole.
up into 2 videos.
Because we're only a minute and 48 seconds in. I'm fucking roasted.
Yeah, we are already done
Checking it here.
5 minutes of video and
a minute and 48 of this video.
Idea of this heliocentric system, and that is the moon. Now you can actually measure the temperature of the moonlight next to the temperature of the shade of the moonlight, and you find the moonlight is colder than the shade. The opposite from
What the hell is he trying to prove here?
the moon. Okay, hold
the
on.
sun. So the moon is throwing out its own light, and that light is the opposite from the sun.
What?
When
If it was throwing out its own light, wouldn't it still be hot?
if it's throwing out the opposite light, wouldn't it be just basically casting a shadow?
No, but it says he's saying that it's not reflecting the sun's light. What it's doing is it's making its own light. 1, how do you explain eclipses?
That's true.
2, if it was throwing out its own light, wouldn't it still be hot?
It'd be another sun.
Yes, it would be like another sun if it was throwing out its own light. And even if it was throwing out its own light, light is heat. It has energy in it. There would still be this would be like fire, a bunch of gas and stuff like that if it was throwing all that out. A bunch of light.
Now, that tells you.
It's saying like so you know how there's like a crescent moon sometimes.
Yes.
The light part of it would be would have a lower temperature than the dark part of it. That's what he's saying.
I got that.
It's not reflecting the sun's light. It's producing its own, and its light is different from the sun's. So, the scientific community have not told us this. Yeah, because they won't tell us this because it destroys this idea that the sun is lighting up the moon.
Everyone knows, like, if you're in sunlight, it's colder in the shade, right? So it's 100 degrees in the sun, it's 90 degrees in the shade. You go to the moonlight, like today, especially in a full moon, especially if it's high in the sky, the moon is its own independent object. It is not reflecting the sun's rays. The sun is its own object. Also, about the same size, which is, again, coincidentally, why the moon fits so.
What the fuck is that?
What?
That makes no sense.
Yeah, he had no proof to back it up either.
Yep.
He's saying scientists don't have proof, and they
That
actually
little
show the
picture makes no
this
sense.
Picture, this picture makes no sense just because of the fact that so say if this does revolve around it, how does it get lower? Because you know how the seasons, whenever it's summertime, we live in North America, up here, so that means that we're north of the equator. So in the summertime we have more sun. In the wintertime we would have less sun because it's down here, on this side of the equator, because of the fact that it's round. How would this explain the seasons whatsoever?
It doesn't.
Perfectly in front of the sun during an eclipse. We always thought it was a coincidence that even though it was 400 miles and 400 times farther away, that it was also exactly 400 times less diameter, which is why it fits. And the other weird thing about the moon, which everyone thinks, oh, it's just a coincidence.
If it covered it, wouldn't we all freeze?
What?
An eclipse. If it covered it, like they generally goes right over it, like past it.
Yeah.
But if it's their theory, it would freeze. We'd die.
Hold on.
It's a short
It
period of
says
time.
during an eclipse. Wait a second.
Exactly 400 times less diameter.
There is no exactly. We don't know.
So he's making up random.
And why is there a diameter? Wouldn't everything be flat? Why is the Earth the only flat thing in the universe? Why? Why isn't the moon flat? Why isn't the sun flat?
Which is why it fits. And the other weird thing about the moon, which everyone thinks, oh, it's just a coincidence, is that we never see the other
Nothing's a
side.
coincidence. There's
It's
science behind
possible.
everything. He said it's a coincidence.
Fits. And the other weird thing about the moon, which everyone thinks, oh, it's just a coincidence, is that we never see the other side of it. It's
Both sides are like the exact same thing. We do see the other sides of it. It rotates on an axis like the Earth. And it just spins, and we do see the other side. We just don't know we see the other side.
Because of our vision.
It's not because of our vision. It's just because both sides look the exact same.
Because of our, we cannot if you stand and you look at the sun, which would hurt you if I say that, I don't care. But like, you're looking at the sun with shades on and stuff. All right. If you looked at it for a whole day, you could until it went away, you could not tell the difference at all. You wouldn't even know it turned or anything. Like it went around. You just see the same part of the. You think you're seeing the same part of the sun all day.
Kind of, yeah. Eventually, it might.
Constantly, perfectly rotating, so we only see one side of the moon. Exactly.
But that's a different.
Okay, what does it mean that it's always rotating? So we only see one side of the moon. That's not how.
If it's always
it
rotating,
works.
we're always seeing different parts of the moon.
Not even that entirely. It's saying they've said that we see the exact same side of the moon because it somehow coincidentally always ends up so that way we see the exact same side. Where's your proof of any of bashing this or proof for it?
One side. It's not like we have like a quarter of a degree every 5 years or half a degree here and there. It's always the same side. There are no coincidences when it comes to this system. It was deliberately built, but I think it was deliberately built to be detected. And I think we were naturally supposed to figure this thing out maybe as late as the 1970s, but the government figured it out first, and they have been spending a heck of a lot of money.
Proves the fucking Earth is round. You see that picture
But
they
I think it
showed
was
in the
deliberately
background?
built to be detected. And I think we were naturally supposed to figure this thing out maybe as late as the 1970s, but the government figured.
Look at that satellite. Look at that image. Where's your iceberg?
No, this is saying that the government found out first and they're trying to bash it.
Figured out first, and they have been spending a heck of a lot of money trying.
Make the line big, make it simple, keep saying it, and eventually they will believe it. Adolf Hitler.
Not everyone believe. Just like the Flat Earth study, that's what they are.
NASA's budget for 2016, $19.3 billion. This isn't much.
Well, not compared to the debt,
No, I'm not even talking about the debt. Our military spending is...
I guess 32 billion.
it's more than 32 billion.
No, I swear it's 32. Let's go and look this up.
Okay.
United States military spending. Also, British military? That's fuck. I mean, British police. That's a fucking joke. If physically somehow to bring a gun to Britain, fuck. You're going on a rampage.
$530 billion.
Holy, I was 500 billion off. Holy, I knew there was 30.
To keep it secret.
The other question is, well, how come ships don't go off the sea? If it's flat, how come ships don't fall off the edge? Well, here's why you don't fall off the edge. It's a 200 to 300 foot high wall. But it is
Okay.
Why can you guys not confirm your numbers?
water, and the scripture says it's keeping everything in. Nothing's going past that.
Is that Antarctica?
Yeah, they're saying Antarctica's.
Because they don't want one man almost alone.
It's a 20,000.
Okay. If there is a massive wall on the outside, when does it end? How far out does it go?
They don't know. Because no one's ever been there.
Yeah. So, wait, how did they know there's a massive wall there? They have no...
Show me images. Show me
Yeah.
video proof. Time lapses of you going directly in a circle around the fucking Earth with this ice wall.
Okay.
With no way to go around.
Hold on.
But that's never stopped me before. Risk. Of course, I'm aware of the risk. Thank you for your concern.
Physics. Why objects move on a ball spinning 1,000 miles an hour while it's going 26,000 miles around the sun? Basically, the model exactly right now.
The sailor thinks that he's traveling around the Earth this way, when in effect he's traveling around the Earth this way.
They began flying.
Wouldn't you know that? You would...
That's not how they discovered things. Okay.
If you were to go straight, he would go all the way around.
Yeah.
If he were to go straight, he wouldn't go like this.
Here is the longest.
That's not straight.
The longest straight path goes from Russia. It goes down and around South America, comes up, and then it comes into Norway, I think, or something like that. That's the longest straight path you can go. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Don't quote me. But it.
You'd be going in a circle if you went that way, he said.
Even if you went all the way
You wouldn't
around.
go straight.
Even if you went all the way around this way. How?
Go for a con. You'd eventually have to go for a con.
No, I'm trying to explain. Like, if it's flat like this, it'd be going just around, like, the entire thing.
You wouldn't have to make it.
Around the world from Abu Dhabi last year, which stopped
what's happening right now.
Kind of.
in India and China, then across the vast Pacific.
Does running round your neighborhood prove that the neighborhood is round?
I was an airline pilot for Delta
You're barely up there.
for 26 years. A pilot's primary flight is swim. This is artificial horizon, which he has to be maintained level to keep from climbing and descending. From a cockpit, weather permitting, I can see hundreds of miles in all directions, viewing cities.
This isn't hundreds of miles. Okay, say you're 10 miles up in the air. Okay, so it's 10 up, 10 across, 100, 100, 200. Square root of 200 is like a little bit over 14. You'd only be able to see 14 miles out if you were 10 miles up in the air. I said a bunch of math.
Yeah, I know how to do math. I didn't know the number you crunching.
That was the Pythagorean theorem. If you're 10 miles up and you can see like 10, I'm saying that you can see 10 miles because that is roughly how far you can see across. There's only be like 14 miles, a little bit more than that.
They're claiming they can go 5 times. They're seeing 5 times basically the number of what you're saying.
Yeah.
6 is actually 6.
Even if you was 20 miles up, isn't the atmosphere only like 20? No, it's how high up is the atmosphere?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that does matter because you can't go that high. If it was 20 miles up, it would be 400, 500, square root of 500. That would be like, I don't know. You'd only be able to see like 20 something miles, but that's still not that far.
Across the flat plain, as far as the eye could see.
If a pilot is flying around the curve of the Earth, then he should be dipping the nose down every 5.
You'd crash.
It's gravity. Whenever you're going around, the gravity keeps you around. So that way you go completely around. You know.
You go straight and you keep going straight.
See, if you're going straight, like this, gravity would pull you down. So that way you're still like in the same area and you're still the same distance away from the center. That's why if you're flying at that flat like angle, and say there's a mountain right in front of you, it's not going to pull you down or pull you up or anything because there's a mountain in front of you, and that's like the center of the Earth is where the gravity comes from. So it's not going to pull you closer down or push you farther up just because of the fact that there's a mountain.
Just keep going straight.
You should be dipping your nose down to stay around the curve.
Alright, you go and you dip that down and see how that goes.
Absolute proof that
Well, they're saying that they would have to.
a plane flies over a flat surface rather than an earthquake.
Okay, if it was flat, it would just go straight out. Or there would be an ice wall sitting right there.
And that's it.
And why has no one tried climbing this ice wall?
Why has no one been to this ice wall? Why is there no video proof of said ice wall?
Why is there no historic documents talking about this ice wall?
Why has there been no scientists out there at this ice wall?
Now, how come in all these ball pictures, man, you can see all the continents pretty much, and it's just a
All of them? You see fucking 2! Right, okay.
That's
That's 3. See on that side.
Now, how come in all these ball pictures, man, you can see all the continents pretty much, and it's just a man, it's like some of these pictures, like there's some where they show the Earth at night, and you can see all the lights and stuff. It's like, you tell me the entire continent doesn't have clouds? The entire fucking continent?
It's nighttime. They use different types of cameras.
It wouldn't be that hard to see through a fucking cloud.
And not even that though. Once you're high enough up, you can't
Can't even
see
physically
clouds.
see clouds. Yeah, I know.
Unless it's like a
light would
hurricane.
shine through it.
Yeah.
If there was there's a gas cloud on the fucking sun. Just imagine.
Okay, how is that proving anyone's point though? Whenever you're seeing this,
I'm just saying though. If there's a gas cloud on the fucking sun, would you see the gas cloud or would you see the fucking sun? You see the goddamn sun. Because light is shining through it.
My little thing about this is, if there were clouds, how does that prove that the Earth is flat?
It doesn't.
Yeah, like, you can see Africa and all these lights and all this stuff, like, you know, if you turn on the force light.
Shut up! I was waiting for him to say that.
You tell me the entire continent doesn't have clouds? The entire fucking continent, like, you can see Africa and all these lights and all this stuff, like, you know, if you turn on your force light, I guess you can see it from space, apparently. And it's like, there's no clouds in some of these pictures.
These cities of lights.
Yeah, you don't just see like a little, like a country farm have like just lit up.
If you're imagine if you're this pilot again. If you're 70,000 feet in the air at nighttime and a lantern is on, just like floating, would you fucking see that shit? No.
They discovered the word sex right recently, probably a few months ago, in one of the clouds.
But yeah, they do their research and say, well, where's our composite? And I said, well, how can you copy?
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on, let's listen.
Take the clouds down from these, and they use the same platform. Like, if you're going to make a composite that you shouldn't be copying and pasting clouds. That means you're adding stuff that's not real.
Clouds go away. They form different clouds.
Clouds form patterns. That's like a thing. Because of the same, like, if it goes, the reason why they're all near each other, and why isn't this one copied all the way over here? It's because that's how ocean currents work and stuff like that. This is all over the ocean, right? So that means that the air pressure and stuff like that would be similar.
Why are some waves bigger than others? And other things like that too.
Yeah.
If like that, it would all be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the thing is, those pictures that you're talking about, the blue marble pictures, I think it's about maybe 8 to 10 of them over time that NASA has put out, and you're absolutely right. None of...
What?
They're different.
Barely. What? This is a different part of the world. This is more zoomed in. That means the satellite's not that far up in the air as this one.
There's just different shots at different altitudes and stuff like that. None of them are even close.
And look, this one was like whenever cameras weren't as good and stuff.
Yeah, I can even tell what it is.
Okay, we're gonna cut this video here.
Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and part 2 will be out soon. I hope. We have to go to our practice and stuff, but we will be back. So see you guys.
Also, another thing, Kyle's gonna be making a vlog. It's gonna be about us building a boat, and we're gonna set sail in it. So tune in for that and subscribe to his channel and everything, like it and all that. Okay, good.
Flat Earth Society. You dumbasses.
Go to hell.
Deal with it.